Welcome back to Positively Philly. I'm Abby Irvin.
And I'm Rachel Malik. From pizza to cheesesteaks to sushi and more, Jacob Fink is sharing his recommendations for Philly area food.
Yeah, you may know him as Jacob Does Philly on TikTok and Instagram. Jacob is joining us live today with his restaurant recommendations and the story behind his content. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Everybody knows you. This is so cool. I have to say, when I got this job, one of my best friend's dads texted me like, "Hey, I heard you're moving to Philly. Great, congratulations." Same text, like without a breath in between. He said, "You have to be following Jacob Does Philly." He knows everything there is to know. You have to be following. Try to get him on the show. See what you can do. So I'm so glad that you're here.
It's
I
true.
appreciate
Shout out Dr. L.
And I mean, all of that and the fact that you're a Philly transplant, which
Yeah.
we both
Yes.
are. So tell us, why was that so important to you to get into the food scene, and how did that all come to be?
Yeah, my partner's from Philly. That's how I found my way here.
Yeah.
And I just have always loved like the restaurant scene, and when I moved to Philly, I felt like I needed something to do. And I started making videos about the restaurants that my partner and I were already exploring. And they caught an audience that I did not expect to catch, and
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for that.
Well, I feel like there's a genuine energy to the TikToks that you make, and I feel like it's because, like you said, you're doing things you'd be doing anyway. I feel like everyone is telling us that that's the secret to viral content, is just share what you're already doing. People are going to resonate with it. What was your background in social media? Like, was there any strategy?
None.
None.
Wow, I mean, that's impressive.
I made videos in like middle school and high school with friends. They are scrubbed from the internet, thankfully. But it was more of just like I wanted to have fun with something. I was still meeting people, so I was like, I need a hobby that I can do solo while I make friends.
Document the places you're going to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons.
Yeah, and that was something I was thinking about too, is like that first moment when you really feel like I'm going viral, I'm gaining traction. What was that like for you? Do you remember the video or maybe the time when you really were starting to become super popular?
It's so interesting. It wasn't like a particular video. It was very much like a slow burn almost. I started posting just on TikTok, and the videos would do at first not so well, then a little bit better and a little bit better. And then my best friend who lives in New York was like, "I want to watch your videos. I'm not downloading TikTok. Start posting them to Instagram."
Cool.
And he bullied me into making an Instagram account, and the Instagram is where I caught the majority of my audience. So I'm very thankful
That's where I'm
to
at.
him
I'm not
as well.
really on TikTok
Thank
too
you,
much.
Adam.
Yeah, thank you, Adam.
But of course, yeah, that's very nice. We have to talk about your restaurant recommendations. Of
Yeah.
course, I know it's hard to narrow it down, I'm sure, to like your top favorites, but what do you recommend?
Oh my God!
We could do a whole show
We are blessed in Philadelphia to have a really incredible restaurant scene and a really incredible local restaurant scene. My personal favorite restaurant in Philly, I usually say, is a place called Tabachoy in South Philly. It's a Filipino restaurant. Chef Chance is amazing. They do just incredible Filipino dishes. They're awesome. But there are so many great restaurants.
It's like if you want a fuller list, all we have to do is follow you, right?
roll
Because that's the other
through.
thing. You have a very positive energy to your page, and that's very intentional on your part. Tell us why.
Yeah, I sort of view myself as a cheerleader instead of like a food reviewer.
Love that.
I do, talk about what I like and occasionally what I don't like. But I try to be very descriptive, and I try to sort of give qualitative reasons why I like something instead of quantitative reasons of why I like stuff. I don't try to like, this is a 9.3 out of 10. Like, that's just not my style. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just not the way that I really like to approach talking about this stuff. And if I don't like a restaurant, if I go somewhere, and I do go places that I don't like, I don't make videos about them. I feel like,
why
there's
share any more negativity out there? And I love that too, because there's so much more to a place to eat than just the food itself. It's, like you said, getting to know the chef, all of that. So we really love your content and appreciate you coming in. Follow Jacob at Jacob Does Philly on Instagram, TikTok. That's probably it, right?
Yeah, Instagram, TikTok,
There we go.
YouTube, Facebook. Yeah.
There you go. YouTube, Facebook.
All of it. There we
We
go.
love it. And also PHL17.com. You can get a replay of this very segment. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for
Can
having
you
me.
give Dr. Lobitz a shout out?
Shout out Dr. Lobit.
Lobitz.
Shout out to Dr. Lobit.
He's going to love that. Jacob, thank you for doing that. You're the best.